Guys, I'm in big trouble. Big trouble out here in the company lot. Last transmission, someone called me a conspiracy theorist. I think it was a handful of you. Someone actually said I oversimplified and underexplained so many things it bordered on hilarious, and I just want to congratulate them on finding the purpose of the show, which is a bit of a comedic razz. Although I wasn't very comedic last episode, to be fair. That said, I want to let you all know I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm just worried about the 5G making my balls even smaller. Real quick, everybody, I'm going to be in Philly next week. That is Philadelphia, Philly, shooting my next comedy special. NoelMillerLive.com. Go buy a ticket. Guys, I just want to have fun because I'm afraid of my phone, and I think the government is in my stove, okay? I'm just a normal guy that thinks a 3-letter agency is listening to my musings through my toaster. Doesn't that make me like everyone else? That's what God told me. Jesus told me that I'm allowed to have these thoughts. Thanks, Jesus. Jesus said I was speaking a little too loudly into the microphone. We had to bring the volume down. Anyways, everyone, thanks for tuning in again. I think, when we started this show, it was a bit abrupt. They're like, why the hell are you doing this? Actually, I remember some of you were like, bro, just go back to the old stuff. And I don't like the old stuff. I like being here. I like being in a void, speaking to the nothing. Makes me feel good. Anyways, my latest fascination on the internet is our friend Temu. If you don't know, there's this trend going around of people filming their moms getting got on Temu. I think an even more well-known story is the person who ordered I guess, interior design fixture that was supposed to be a croissant, and then they received an actual croissant, as opposed to like a glass-blown croissant. So I really wanted to know, because I've ordered a few things off Temu, but not much. And so I finally gave it a whirl. And when they say shop like a billionaire, I mean, they're not kidding about that. Also, let's acknowledge, if you haven't already, I look like Joey fucking Fatone from NSYNC. I'll just give you a minute to look closely. I look like I should be in the Bye 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 music video. But this is the price you pay to keep the 5G away. Actually, these lines keep the 5G away as well. These are my free speech protectors. That's why all the guys you see online with Oakley sunglasses and baseball hats that talk bad about the government, that's why they have these. These are the First Amendment protectors right here. These are the 1A. These are the 1A field posts. Every bit of free speech that goes between these posts is a score against the big man. This is a rebellion against all that which seeks to silence you. It says no. I'm laughing to the left so you can see my jawline. Anyways, I ordered a bunch of stuff from Temu because I wanted to see if it was pure trash. Naturally, I had to order something that could chase me and stalk me. You know what I think conspiracy theory is for men, by the way? You know how true crime listeners... people accuse true crime listeners of being obsessed with serial killers because it becomes a fantasy that they will be chased by the serial killer. I think specifically conspiracy theorists, male conspiracy theorists in their 40s get so lonely that they just need to imagine that someone is interested in them because they've talked too much that their wives go, I can't stand another word out of this kid's mouth. And they go, well, maybe the government wants me. Maybe the big bad government wants to come for my rights. The government, ooh, she's a monster, isn't she? She wants to come for all my little rights. I thought it'd be fun if we started off this episode by seeing if any of what we got from Temu was actual trash. This thing is blinking. I think it's ready for takeoff. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Okay, hold on. Let me tell you right now, this is a high-quality product. What the hell? Oh, so the controls are inverted. Got it. Fuck. All right, so yeah, I think this was about $2. I actually think this is a great. Not that any of you are fertile, but if you were to have children, I think this is a way to entertain them. I think you could buy 10 of these for $15 and just let them go crazy at a birthday party. I will say this is straight trash. But is Temu any more guilty than America in the 90s for printing micro machines? They are, because micro machines were cool. This is straight dookie. But I do think this is no worse than a $20 RC car, other than you can put a camera on it and spy on your neighbor, which kind of makes it cooler. I kind of feel insulted by this thing. I just want to give it another chance to see if I can get it going. I see. Oh, fuck. Stop. No more. No more. Okay. All right. I think we're done with that. Okay. So, $20 drone. So far, so good. Now, when they say shop like a billionaire, they're not kidding. You can buy animals. So far, we're 2 for 2. We got what we ordered. Who is this for? That's my big question. Who is this for? This thing is, for what little money we paid, this feels pretty real. But again, when they say shop like a billionaire, they're not kidding. You can buy a white baby. This thing is fucking stupid. This is nuts, man. This thing is. This thing is heavy, bro. Oh my god. This is good practice. Its head bobbles too. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yeah. We need some music underneath this. I say, yo, you might have seen me on the SUB, cold-blooded. You know, the opposite of HOT, and love it. Wow. You can really get anything off Temu. I don't know how you managed to choose a croissant. This is way cooler. Dude, this thing is like... The movement is just so good. If you're listening on audio, there is a baby going nuts in the lot right now. This thing is crazy. I'm not kidding. This thing weighs maybe 15 pounds. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. This is not... It's got eyelashes. The head is solid too. His head is solid. They got that baby nose, accurate little baby nose. The ears, everything, the neck folds, brother. This is nuts. Why? Like, there's a. Okay. So to bring it back to the point of everything, they've learned how to mass produce this. That's what's crazy. There is a machine that is just stamping these out. Stamping them out. Wait till they make this alive. Wait till you can just order this with an Intel dual-core processor in it and a personality. And it's going, Mama, Mama. This thing is crazy, dude. All right, we're three. What is this? 2 for 2? 3 for 3? Yeah. Shoes in Temu fashion. You know when they talk about fashion and they go, man, we got to do we got to fight back against these designer brands, and people put on kind of low cost outfits and stuff where they go, you go to Zara, get a dope fit from Zara, get a dope fit from here. You know where I'm going with this. What about a Temu fit? This saran wrap is air fucking tight. Let me see if I can cut this with something. Here, I'll cut it with this. That's a hard-ass bulldog. So far, bro. So far, Temu is beating the garbage allegations. Just in the sense of I'm getting what we ordered, but make no mistake, this shit is trash. This is actual garbage. I think your lower, like your L1, your L2, I think they would shatter after maybe 4 hours of walking around in these. They have USB chargers. Oh, right. Because when your grandpa gets lost, you need to be able to activate him. Actually, this is a great shoe to put your senile grandparent in. You call the police. Have you seen my grandpa? He's in the golden Trump ones with underglow. Yeah, he's walking around in what look like Thai tuk-tuk. Fucking over in Asia, I think Thailand and other parts, they actually, this is the car guy in me, they do these really insane modified semi trucks. They look sick as hell. They look just like this. Holy shit, dude. The day I go senile, if I have children, I need them, let this be a message to them from the past. You need to put me in these. Something similar to these. Look at the arch on this, man. Do you see this? This is not a straight line. Dude, this would destroy your back and tibia and Achilles. This is insane. You can't walk in these. I think I could pull this shoe apart. Like the glue, I don't believe it. I think with a knife, I could get this separated. Yeah. So, how this relates to the show, I think, is no relation other than it is a really, I'll put it this way. I think strip malls, not strip malls, just traditional malls back in the day, there used to be a lot of bullshit stores in them. There were like random stores where you could buy weird stuff, Dragon Ball Z trading cards, whatever. And I guess I'm sort of fascinated that Temu has become a place for these things where it's like, it's lucrative to make this. Like, there's a market for this enough that it's purchased over and over. The detail on these hairs is crazy. And I think it's all being fueled by these moms, these Temu moms. because I think older generations, they used to go to malls and they used to go to strip malls and they just buy bullshit like this. And granted, I'm in the same boat because I bought it too, but I'm just fascinated that you can make a business now and it's so goddamn cheap, and these are just ready-made. We ordered these and they showed up in like a week, 10 days. 10 days and you can have this guy, a dog you can kick. I forgot there's a very nice light in there. Okay, now here's where it gets fun. Because merchandising is an industry that has just completely fallen apart. It's a visual episode. I think the thing that I was next and most interested in, which we don't have a ton of, is weird stuff like phones. This one doesn't work anymore. It worked when we bought it for about a second. It's probably listening to us right now, which is, again, something I would hope, because I hope the government thinks I'm special enough to listen to, especially a foreign government. That would make me feel really cute. You can buy phones, and you can buy zip-popping, personalized zip-popping pads. This is so fucking nasty. There is actually liquid in here, and I think I could incision this and liquid would come out. This is what they think of. Sorry, let's jump in here. Why all this is so much more interesting to me is when I was on Temu with the gang and we were looking at stuff to buy, we all had what seemed to be an algorithm on the site. We were all seeing different things for the most part. And the algorithm worked or however they present products. I don't even know if it's that advanced of an algorithm, but the spread of products was really interesting. It would be a bunch of insensitive merch, like insensitive in the sense of like, it's just, it's just weird. It's all sexualized merchandise, like this fish t-shirt. And you'd have, I call it insensitive because there was a bunch of baby clothes with like sexualized messaging on it. And then lingerie. And then in between all that, it'd be like an excavator for $6,000 and this pimple popping kit and so on. Hey everyone, I need to take a quick break to thank a sponsor today, which is none other than Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile, first of all, is the only cellular service which I take the denim off for, okay? You know why? I love a great deal as much as the next guy, but I'm not going to call through a bed of hot coals just to save a few bucks. Let's make that clear. It's got to be easy, no hoops, no BS, and you know what that stands for. So that's why when Mint Mobile said it was easy to get a wireless plan for $15 a month with the purchase of a 3-month plan, I called them out on it, okay? Because I don't like no BS. And it turns out it really is that easy to get a wireless plan for $15 a month. The longest part of the process was the time I spent on hold waiting to break up with my old provider. Switching to Mint Mobile is actually very easy. Their website is very straightforward. Basically, you can just pick an option that's best for you. You can choose between a physical SIM or an eSIM, and the activation is very simple. We were actually able to do it in under 5 minutes here. And to get started, you just go to mintmobile.com/lot. There you'll see right now all 3-month plans are only $15 a month, including their unlimited plan. All plans come with high-speed data, unlimited talk, and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. You can use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your number along with all your existing contacts. You can find out how easy it is to switch to Mint Mobile and get 3 months of premium wireless service for $15 a month. To get this new customer offer and your new 3-month premium wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/lot. That's mintmobile.com/lot. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/lot. $45 upfront is required, which is equivalent to the $15 a month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. On the unlimited plan, if you go over 40 gigs, speeds do slow down. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions do apply. See Mint Mobile for details. I want to take a quick break to thank another sponsor, which is DraftKings. The days might be getting shorter, but the action on DraftKings Casino is here to stay. Play hundreds of games for endless excitement. Try your hand at classic table games or set the slots on fire with fan favorites like Cash Eruption. New players can play just $5 and get 50 instantly in casino credits. Download the DraftKings Casino app and sign up with the code COMPANY. Then press play on your favorite games to join the fun. The crown is yours. Got a gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER, or in West Virginia, visit www.1800gambler.net. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus, physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Womp womp. Eligibility and other restrictions apply. One offer per new casino customer. Casino credits are non-withdrawable and expire in 168 hours. Terms at casino.draftkings.com/get50. Ends October 6, 2024. And I'm curious to know if there's a science behind how Temu works. You know, getting people to order garbage, or just generally if they have data on people online shopping where they can just continue to funnel people into buying trash and buying these low-grade items that you essentially just throw away. Amazon has a bit of that, I think. You know, you see people say all the time, well, I get high and I order stuff on Amazon. Yeah, sure. But this has a sort of a special and unique shittiness / spread of products. We were advertised fake animals in... Imagine going to your Instagram Explore page and they're like, buy this replica baby seal for $15. And the demo is like this thing, like its head, you know, doing what that baby did. They can kind of dog walk people into this. And the fact that they got moms just cruising apps, buying up a storm is fascinating to me. Just for nothing other than that's how fun shopping is. And getting your Temu package with a bunch of formaldehyde in it will never deter you from potentially buying a croissant fixture and or a fake baby. Now, what I'm surprised by is we essentially got everything we ordered, quality questionable, but they nailed it. And I'm really surprised that the baby is the highest quality thing out of everything we bought. I didn't think that's what was going to happen. So this is not a Temu sponsor. This is journalism. I think we spent maybe, I don't know, $300-$400 for all this. They weren't kidding. Shop like a billionaire. We bought an animal, a kid, a drone, and we bought zits. I'm gonna pop this later and take a swig off it like a Jello shot. This is actually these are actually the Jello shots they're going to start serving at the clinic. They're going to come around with a tray of these, and they're going to be like, hi, just a few minutes before your appointment. Jello shot? And you cut the open, and you're like, do you have any more of those free condoms? Me and my boys are having a water balloon fight later. There's some other weird shit in here, like, oh yeah, this is a tech wearable. I know it looks like a breastfeeding apparatus, but it's wearable tech with fans in it. I guess you wear this on a hike or something. It looks like it would work. Anyway, now I know we're having fun with the products. By the way, we're gonna have some more fun. There's a bounce house that we ordered. Check this out. All these products are a lot of fun. Yay! Oh my God, so funny! You can buy a baby. Some fun facts about Temu, first of all right? These guys spent $21 million in Super Bowl ads. More effective than maybe some of the other commercials. Isn't it crazy how during the Super Bowl, they tried those Americana ads, you know, where they had, do you remember that ad where the Jeep drove to a church and the guy got down on one knee? And it's like, remember who you are, whatever that bullshit was. Temu spent 21 mil and they dropped that little jingle. That jingle is what's getting your mom. All right. People from, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, they're still susceptible to a good jingle. A good jingle will trap your mom. Have it all with fentanyl. You like that, don't you? Makes you want to sniff it a little bit. What's another way you could do that? Have it all with fentanyl. Is it better if it's like a Nickelback type vibe? Maybe hip hop? Have it all with fentanyl. They did like 80, whatever. You get what I'm saying. 21 mil on Super Bowl ads is awesome for a site that sells literal garbage. Okay? And that's where they first incepted your mom. But cooler than that. So Temu, I guess, was up 800% in earnings in 2023. This is not a finance podcast, so I don't care to go through the numbers. I think it's just worth knowing that this company is not going anywhere anytime soon. And while these products are fun and cute and they're moving garbage. And I do really wonder where all this stuff comes from. Like, how are they making these dogs? How are they making these fake babies? Because there was a pocket of time where people would take old PC computers and they would dip the motherboards and stuff in chemicals to, I think, remove certain metals from the motherboards, and they would smelt that down into making watches. So I just wonder what bio waste is possibly going into these products, if any. Like the amount of plastic in that little baby. I mean, that would be better served making a bong that we could all smoke and like get to know each other with. Maybe a few PCP pipes. What else can you do with plastic? I don't know. Maybe make 2 smaller babies. Either way, I think the coolest thing about Temu is allegedly this is a real serious operation. They don't play any games. Their parent company, PDD Holdings, has a bunch of alleged, accusations of terrible work environment. And in theme with the company lot, apparently when some of these people quit, they get surveilled. They get tracked down and watched. Kind of like how Scientology does when you get booked for a big HBO film and you're like, I think I'm going to go Christian. They're like, Once you science, there's no going back. What's a jingle for Scientology? Get loose with Tom Cruise. No, you got to when you're building a jingle, you got to really hammer home the product. Scientology is a weird one. It's like 9 syllables. Well, I'll do what every other artist does. You just go to Rhyme Zone. I don't know if you guys know this, but that's how people write music. They go to rhymezone.com. There's no actual personality behind it. What rhymes with Scientology, bro? Those ending letters, there's not much Scientology. Yeah, it's all ology words. Oh, okay. All right, here's a rough one. Yeah, it's all words that end in GY. Oh, here we go. You ready? Find friends of quality with Scientology. Yeah. Tommy, sign me up with that center tooth. Come and get me. Come attack me with that center tooth. Bite down into my brain. Take a piece out. Take me home with you. Take me to Lord Xenu. What else? Put an end to inequality with Scientology. Yeah. Stop being poor. Sign up for Scientology today. I'm firing you up. I know it. Have a brain bigger than Ptolemy with Scientology. Dude. fuck this. I'm gonna take the Scientology paycheck. I'm gonna broadcast for them. But kind of like Scientology, because they have a penchant for keeping people in isolation, allegedly. Did you know Scientology has a exclusive cruise? It's really cool. Apparently, if you're a good boy, you get to go live on a cruise ship forever. All you have to do is marry the president of Scientology, and you get to go on the cruise forever. It's like a Disney cruise, but there's no buffet. Anyways, so they surveil you, blah, blah, fun. But apparently, the Temu workspace. Have you ever thought to yourself, man, it'd be really cool if when I went into work, I didn't know any of my coworkers, I didn't know any of their real names. I got to walk into an all-white room and work on a work computer that was watching me and detecting my keystrokes and signal jamming my cell phone so I can't text friends while I'm at my desk. So that when I go in and out of work, I never know who I'm working with. Essentially severance. Have you ever thought that would be cool? That is apparently more or less the working environment. They keep people in isolation so you could work there for years and never know who you actually worked with, which is a sick kind of MK Ultra on your working career. Imagine working somewhere for 10 years and walking out of there going like, I don't know if I ever actually worked there. I don't know if I could claim that I worked there. There's no real record of me because no one knows I did it. Just some vague, that to me is the coolest and most dystopian thing. Now imagine this. Imagine Temu, it's all completely anonymous. Even the HR hiring manager. Imagine walking into an interview and you're sitting in front of a Jack in the Box kiosk, but instead of ordering fries, it's like a virtual talent manager or hiring manager. Okay, you sit down in the chair, and then in the Jack in the Box thing is a kind of cool and hip young guy. Whoop! Hey, thanks for coming in for your Temu interview. Your background check shows us you're nothing short of awesome. Let's start with your personal data. We went through your personal data, specifically your phone behavior, more specifically, its history of geolocations, and we gotta say, you hang out at all the cool hip spots. We think on that basis alone, your vibe passes the Temu vibe check. You're sitting there on the other side like, oh, shit, okay. I passed the Temu vibe check. What else is next? We looked into some of your browsing and data history, and honestly, you browsed some chill-ass websites. Other sites, kind of questionable, but we get it. Everyone has their desires. We noticed you like chewing tobacco and Zyn. That's awesome. We find that the culture here really embraces Zyn and tobacco products. We encourage you to smoke on your breaks. Just make sure that you don't smoke with anyone in the building. We strongly advise against forming too close relationships with those around you. We want to make sure you can focus on your work. And you notice how they slip that in? You're working, but they never even officially hired you. They're using this coercive language to be like, wait, what? I work here? And then all of a sudden, the HR hiring manager, while in screen, it kind of gets a little bit smaller. And it's like, hey now, we want to divert your attention to your workspace. You're like, what? My workspace? I just walked in for the interview. And you turn to your workspace, and there's a 20-year birthday cake. Congratulations. You've just hit your 2-decade mark here working at Temu. We couldn't be more proud of you. You look down and your hands are all wrinkled. You're like, what the fuck? I just stepped in for the interview. The HR hiring manager in the screen gets a little smaller. The walls on the Jack in the Box machine fall off. You were never looking at a screen the entire time. You're actually looking into a long hallway, and the Temu hiring manager is floating in negative space. As part of your 20-year celebration, we just want to show you one more surprise. You walk down that hallway and it's your family crying and screaming, please, please let us out, please, please. And the Temu hiring manager looks at you. If you promise us the remaining estimated 23 years, 4 months, 7 days of your life to the Temu cause, we'll release your family into the wild with a $500 gift card each to Temu. You're taking that job, right? You're going to commit the rest, right? Temu. Anyways, that's fun. Yeah, apparently, they run a really tight ship there. And I find that fascinating for a place that's essentially like grailed. It's essentially grailed for plastic garbage. My theory about 3D printing based off of all millennials who are infected by microplastics. If millennials dumped their fluids. Basically what I'm saying is, do you think there's a world where in 50 years they start melting us down after we die? Like, could your body be filled with so many microplastics that when a family member dies and the group of you are living in your single shipping container, your entire family lineage is living in a shipping container like Ready Player One, and they're like, we need more credits for water. Could you take your deceased family member and take them to the dump site and melt them down for the microplastics? And then your cousin is melted down, and then they go, he's got about 2 drone fans worth of plastic in him. That should get us 100 credits, and we can get a pint of water. Fun, right? Before we exit on Temu, I do want to cut to this Temu TikTok real quick.
It's so cute. It has like these little tails. So there's like Tyrannosaurus, pterodactyl. Anyway, cute. So I was reading them to her as we were driving down to Yuma to visit my grandparents. And I got to a page and I'm like, by reading, I'm like, caterpillar, rabbit, whatever. And they're like the cutest little tails. So I get to this page.
Now let's time out a little bit for just a short tangent. Let's give a little cock commentary. I think Americans, this is just the American worldview, right? We think everything's chickens. No, man. It's cock. It's not called chicken fighting. We might call it that, but for the rest of the world, it's cock fighting. Your kid's going to look like an amateur when they grow up and they go to the Philippines and they want to go place down some bets. And they're like, can I bet on the chicken? No, man, you're betting on the cock. Betting on that motherfucking rooster. Big red. By the way, I just saw a cockfight on TikTok the other day. That stuff is vicious, bro. I don't know if you've ever seen a cockfight. If you've never seen one, just time out for a second and imagine to yourself what you think that looks like. Do you think it's head ramming head? Do you think it's kind of a short kick up? Let me tell you, it's a rooster jumping on another one and trying to rip its spine out with its feet and pecking at it. It's visceral. And then they kind of, casually pull them apart. And it's a bit like MMA where you go, bro, check this cockfight out. And it's not that interesting. It just looks a bit weird. And you're like, no, it gets good, I swear. Visually, it's kind of like that. But, the gambler in me was like, I know this is awful, but I'm just so compelled to put $20 down on the other one, on the cuter looking one. Anyways, it's called cockfighting. Let's be a bit, cultured about this. The rest of this just kind of goes to highlight that you don't always get what you pay for at Temu, but or rather, when you buy something on Temu, you get close. You get close. To the lady who ordered the croissant and got the croissant, Anyway, I digress. In more fun and dystopian news, the entire board of 23andMe resigned a couple days ago. They resigned because Annie Dubs has been trying to take the company public since April, which the board does not think is in the best interest of its shareholders. 23andMe's share price has hit a new low of 30 cents in response to the board's mass resignation. According to the Wall Street Journal, the company is now worth less than the cash it has in reserves. They're now calling the company a penny stock. The company was founded in 2021, and since then it's never turned a profit, and the company is in danger of burning through its cash reserves entirely by next year. Throughout 2023 and 2024, 23andMe has also struggled with the fallout from a disastrous hack that saw the personal information of nearly 7 million users stolen. 7 million, what's that? Aren't there like 7 billion people in this country? So what? You're a little identity theft. Who cares? Yeah. Now think about that. How many people's DNA is at a company that is publicly traded, which is beholden to its shareholders, which is typically, usually in a company, shareholders get voting rights. I don't even know if I covered off on this, but last week when I was getting into my conspiracies about Google, apparently Google kind of opened the doors for companies to structure themselves where shareholders don't necessarily have control of the company. Google's shareholder structure was like you could invest in the company, but your voting power was not as strong as the original founding members. And this is actually, I think, the structure that Zuckerberg ended up using for Facebook. And to make it more fun, there's no connection here. I'm not trying to build any connections here. I do think it is interesting that I think current sitting CEO is the former YouTube CEO's sister. Check out this quote. Anne, how do you pronounce her last name? I'm going to just call her Annie Dubs. Annie Dubs, CEO and co-founder. She co-founded this company? Oh my God, dude. She's got everyone's DNA and then some. Has anyone ever talked about these people just implanting DNA on crime scenes? Let me get to my microwave fantasy in a bit. Jesus and I had this conversation, okay? I was looking at my toaster this morning and God was speaking to me through the clicks in the toaster as it was heating the bread. When the bread came out, I saw an image of him. Annie Dubs, CEO and co-founder of 23andMe, said she was surprised and disappointed following the abrupt resignation of all 7 independent directors from the genetic testing company on Tuesday. Which is a hilarious thing to say publicly. I don't know why they'd leave. They were trying to get a buyout. That was not successful, which I find interesting. Don't you want this gigantic family tree database? I thought the DNA was valuable. I think that's the part I'm finding most interesting is the data doesn't seem to be worth anything to people. Couldn't they just start swiping that? And because that's just a database of spit and hair and semen. No, I don't think jizz can last that long. But I thought this data would be so useful to people because you could put that on a crime scene. Imagine that fun world where. You know how like the small town cops, when they try to solve a murder and they don't have a suspect? Imagine having a direct line to 23andMe being like, yo, could you give us the DNA of our county's top criminals? Actually, matter of fact, my wife left me last year for a guy named Joseph Landgreen. Could I get Joseph's DNA sent to my office by next Monday morning? I just need to go in before they collapse the crime scene. I need to go do a little painting. I personally never took a 23andMe test because I think them and maybe the competition is with Ancestry.com because I think Ancestry.com is doing well. Are they publicly traded? Let's find out. This is not a finance podcast, but we do give financial advice. Invest in oh man. Looking this up also weirdly gave me some memory of like some Nvidia controversy. I'll have to dig into my brain for that one. Ancestry.com is trading for $32 a share. What are they doing better that 23andMe hasn't done? Also, a fun fact, Annie Dubs is married to the Google co-founder. You want to talk about an expensive cock. That's a cock with some net worth, brother. If there was a cock to bet on, co-founder of Google, get after it. Also, you'd think the co-founder of Google would be a lot older. This dude is only 51. He's got another 40 years to terrorize this planet. Allegedly, assuming it doesn't burn up. Yeah, so, 23andMe, penny stock. If you got a cool 5 million sitting around, you can own a bunch of DNA. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe the silver lining here is that a bunch of DNA actually doesn't have market value. In which case, maybe that's better for all of us. Anyways, folks, that's going to do it for the company lot. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you all next week. No, not next week, the week after. All right? Goodbye.